a very warm good morning to all of you and welcome back in our science session. So my dear students, as we know that in our science session we are discussing about lesson number 8, that is adaptations, how plants survive. Okay, so up till now we have discussed much and more points. We have discussed about the adaptations in the terrestrial plants and adaptations in the aquatic plant. So in today's session we are going to move for the next one lesson or next one point from the same lesson, that is we are going to discuss about some other adaptations in plants. Okay, generally we will talk about the plants, then what comes in our mind that the plants are having the leaves, roots, okay, stems, the leaves are green in color. Okay, so these are the basic idea about the plants. But my dear students, there are the certain plants which are different from these usual plants, okay, which are different from the normal plants. Okay, for example, we are going to see the first one point, that is plants with thorns. Okay, so my dear students, as we know, this is what rose plants. Okay, so if you see the rose plant, that rose plants are having the thorns. Thorns means what? Very pointed structure is there on the stem. Okay, and that thorns, why the plants are having the thorns? Because as we know, the roses are so beautiful, so pretty, so might be the animals will come there and will eat that plant. So to avoid from or to protect from the animals, some plants are having the thorns. And for example, which plants are having the thorns? That is what? Rose and bougainvillea. Okay, so you can see the both the plants in the image, how these plants are exactly having the thorns to protect themselves from the animals. Okay, so this is the one more extra adaptations in the plants, and that some plants are having the thorns to protect themselves from the animals. Next one is that there are the certain plants which are having the poison. Okay, poison means what? Plants with poison. Poison means what? These are the certain substances, or we can say these are the certain chemicals which are present in the plants, which is not good for the human body or for the animal's body. If we will go through that, if we will come in the contact of such plants, then what will happen? Something, but disadvantages are there, some hazards happens to our body or the plant's body. So poison means what? Unwanted substance, which is not good for the animal. Okay, so plants with the poison, there are the certain plants, for example, that is what? Poison ivy. These plants are having the poisons in them. Okay, so this keeps this poison ivy is having the poison in them, which keeps them away from the animals. Animals are not going near to that plants, and in this way they can protect themselves from the animals. Yeah, and if we come in the contact of this poison ivy plant, then our body started itching. Okay, that is what? Poison ivy. You can see in the image also how exactly the poison ivy plant. Okay, next one, some other adaptations we will see, that is what? Insectivorous plant, which is very interesting point from the lesson. What is meant by insectivorous plants? Okay, we are telling that the plants are making their own food with the help of the photosynthesis process. But my dear students, there are the certain plants, those who are performing the photosynthesis process also, but along with that they are eating the insect. Yes, you heard right, they are eating the insects. Okay, so there are the certain plants, for example, we can say that Venus flytrap, sundew, pitcher plants. These are the certain plants which are eating the insects, and that is the reason they are called as what? Insectivorous plants. Okay, insect eating plants, that is what? Insectivorous plants. Okay, so to eat these insects, they are having some special organs. Their leaves are modified specially to eat the insects. Okay, so if we talk about the Venus flytrap, then this Venus flytrap image you can see in the picture. Okay, so these Venus flytraps are having the special leaves, and all that leaves they are having the hair-like structure. Okay, once the insects sit on the hair-like structure, then that Venus flytrap can close that insect in there, and they can eat that insect. Okay, next one is there, that is what? Pitcher plant. So this pitcher plant is also having some modified leaf. The structure of the leaf is different than the other leaves. Okay, you can see in the image how it is that. So that leaf is modified into the pitcher, or we can say the leaf is modified into the bottle-like structure. And as we know that bottle is also having the lid. In this way, this pitcher or these leaves are also having the lid. When the insects sit on this pitcher, teacher, okay, or when the insect sit on this leaf, it drops down, and once the insect drop down or once the insect fall down, it closes the leaves. The insect cannot comes out from the pitcher, okay. So in this way, the plants which are eating the insects are called as what? Insectivorous plant. To eat the insects, they are having the special type of the leaves, okay. They are having the special type of the leaves, and with the help of that leaves, they are eating the insects, okay. So this is all about up till now what we have discussed. Plants eat the thorns, plants eat poison. Also we have discussed about the insectivorous plants. Let's move on to the next one point, that is non-green plants. As we know that there are some non-green plants. We have seen in our previous lesson also, in the non-green or in the green plants like that, molds and mushrooms are non-green plants. It means what? It does not have the chlorophyll in them. Like that, there are some other plants. For example, we can say that coral root and Indian pipe. You can see in the image coral root and Indian pipe. They are also the non-green plant. It means what? They cannot perform the photosynthesis process. Okay, these plants cannot perform the photosynthesis process. That is the reason for their food they are depends on the other. Okay, so they can take their food from the dead and decaying matter. Okay, from the dead parts of the plants and animals, they are eating their food or they are getting their food, and that is the reason they are called as saprophytic. They are called as saprophytic plants. Okay, they are called as what? Saprophytic plants, because they are taking their food from the dead and decaying matter. Okay, this is all about what? Non-green plants, or we can say that what? Saprophytic plants. Now we have reached to the last point of the lesson, that is now we are going to discuss about the plants of the grass family. Okay, there are the certain grass which are also helpful for us. Okay, so let's see which are the different types of the grass family, or which are the different plants comes into the grass family. So these grass family plants are very useful for us. Some grass gives us cereals for the human beings. For example, we can say wheat, rice, jowar, bajra. These are the cereal plants, and that is very useful for the human being, and also they are useful for the animals also. From that they can get the food. Also we get sugar from the sugarcane, and the sugarcane also comes in the grass family. Sugarcane also comes in the grass family. Also we can see the bamboo plant. You can see in the image bamboo plant. So this bamboo plants is very useful for us. Bamboo plants used for making the mats, then baskets and doors. Also these bamboo plants shoot is also very nutritious. So this shoot of the bamboo plant is used to make the different dish or to make the different recipes in the different part of the India. Grass called papyrus. Okay, it is the name of the grass, that is what? Papyrus. Papyrus, that was the grass which was used in the Egypt for the making of the paper. Okay, so for in the Egypt the papyrus grass was used to make the paper. Also as we know that the dried grass is used for the packaging of the different utensils. For example, we can see the glass utensils or some other packaging, like that mangoes also we are packing in the dried grass. Okay, so the dried grass is used for the packaging, and also the bamboo trees roots goes very deep inside the ground and it holds the soil firmly. So in this way, these bamboo plants helps to control the soil erosion. Okay, so in this way, the grass family or the different types of the plants which comes in the grass family are also useful for us and for the animals also. Okay, so my dear students, here we have finished our lesson about all points from the lessons we have covered. So here we will stop. We will meet in the next video with the new point or the new lesson. And for today,